this is the Morning Report, and today we are going to talk about science, specifically about the range of science. For this, we are going to talk with three groups: scientists, students, and the external community, for think about academic language and the distance of the external public, and to attribute meaning to science from the point of view of the research and the community. Science is a constant and incessant process of researches for the creation of a knowledge, but not everyone knows what science really means, how the science is made, and many other concepts which come with it. These adult attacks, such as those taking place in recent days against higher education and, above all, against education, through budget cuts to be legitimized, which have caused protests. Thereby, pseudoscience and conspiracies against science start to have space in the society, has a flat earth theory and anti-vaccine community. So, what do they do? Where are they? What do researchers think about the external community? Do they use this as a studied object? Today on the Morning Report. Now let's talk with our correspondent Caroline. Good morning. Today we're going to interview the scientists and understand what this group to say about the science and how they find out the science relates with the other people outside and between the academic world. Their motto, we are with LA093 in Jamaica. It's a pleasure. Could you talk a little bit about yourself, your career, and the subject of your research?
Sure. Well, I am a physician, a medical physician. I always dreamed to be a doctor, but being a doctor has been a challenge. More than a challenge, it has been a whole life. And being a researcher, a medical researcher, also incorporated my personality, and I consider myself more a researcher than really a scientist. To be a scientist is kind of glamorous, but what we do in our work is unfortunately not always so glamorous, because we have a lot of difficulties related to our economy, to Brazilian political, social, and economical situation that has been a real challenge, especially during the last few years. What we do is an investigation focused on thyroid problems. I am an endocrinologist. I did a postdoc with Dr. James Fagin, investigating molecular genetics of thyroid cancer, and that has been the main strain of our laboratory. But I guess the more important part of our research is the environmental influence on human diseases and how we react to these diseases.
What is science for you?
I think that science has been my life in a broader concept. That's who I am, what I do. It's what human beings are. I can't find a definition for science. It's a way of living, a way of understanding or trying to understand our world.
Are you concerned about tailoring language? of your research to the community?
Certainly, it's fundamental to communicate. Whatever you do, it's important to show it, to demonstrate it, and to make people understand the importance of what you do. So, to speak and especially to write, to describe what you have done is essential.
Do you think there is a distance between the external community and science?
Sure. That's why your previous question was so important, because you need to make people understand the importance of what you are doing. That's the situation that actually we are living these times. There has been huge cuts in money designed to provide funds for researchers because in part people do not understand the importance of what scientists do. So it's easy to classify, for instance, philosophical researches like useless researches, and it's comfortable to say to the external community, I am cutting the funding for this research because it's useless, it's not valuable. And then you can have money for other more important fundings or for different researches. That has been the tone of our government in the last few years, and that's really dangerous. People that are in charge with these fundings, I'm talking about Brazilian government, need to understand the importance of what we do as researchers.
For whom is technology?
For everybody. Again, that's the importance of being able to communicate what you do and to make the external community understand the importance of what you do in whatever is your field of research.
It's very good to see that there are researchers like this. Now we are going to talk with our correspondent Paola.
O que é ciência para você? Bom, ciência é toda a transformação que a gente faz e visando aplicar sempre isso na sociedade, né? Então, pegar algum tipo de coisa não conhecida, talvez, e desenvolver isso visando a aplicação na sociedade, né? Na engenharia, por exemplo, a gente trabalha muito mais com tecnologia, então a gente utiliza a ciência com a finalidade de transformar isso em algo mais aplicável.
To finish, Paola is on the street to talk to a member of the community.
O que é ciência para você?
Bom, na minha opinião, ciência é a manipulação da causa e do efeito. No meu entender, né? Que mexe com tudo que é material e as causas eventuais climáticas e tudo mais.
E você acha que a ciência hoje ela é bem divulgada? A pesquisa que é feita é bem divulgada?
Olha, a ciência ela é bem divulgada. Até com que as teorias sejam divulgadas, elas têm um bom planejamento, um bom, né, processo de etapas para poder ensinar as pessoas. No meu ver, é isso, é a manipulação da causa e do efeito. A ciência é tudo.
Obrigada.
So, we believe that the great barrier between the external community and the academic community is the academic language. In addition, the research that is done at the university remains at the university, and this needs to change through great effort by scientists and students to try to change this scenario. Thank you and see you next time. Have a nice day.
Lige demais.
É o seu dispositivo.
LA093.
Vagina.